This is Ken. It is February the 12th, second day into trading. Today I had a great morning, but kind of a brutal afternoon, and I know exactly why. I wound up with a net P&L of $7, but with commissions of minus 332.57. And I know what I did right and what I did wrong, so I'm going to focus on what I did right. And then where I lost my money, I know exactly what I did. So it's all good. The first trade I took was Roku. Roku, right here, I'm going to go to 30-minute level, if I may. So Roku pulled down to a level. It looks like it was the previous day's 11 o'clock level or whatever, I don't know. Pulled down, and here it held maybe the pre-market high, some of that nature. Anyways, the SPY was up, so I guess I should have known Roku was going to go up. Roku would have made my complete day. So I got to learn how to stay in these trades just a smidge longer. But I'm still testing out my RSI strategy. And I mean, I really am doing well with my RSI strategy. So anyways, let me see if I can't find it here. It's a rotten dog. Okay. So I was looking through all the stocks to see who was going to get the power to go down. Roku was that. And I mean, it had an RSI of, I think at the time, 25, and this was 25. I think they're all almost matched. And what happened was Roku sold down, and I said to myself, you know what? It's selling down to a whole number, 47. And you know, it's really low strength, really low RSI. I like to see these RSIs low. And right when it sold down to this level, 47, and it started to pull back up, I went ahead and went long and wrote it up. However, first, and I'm really proud of this, I did go long right here on the first minute candle thinking it'd run. It didn't, and I stopped myself out immediately. So again, when it pulled back up from that 47, I went ahead and went long. What I should have done is, I think maybe I waited for it to hit this moving average. What I really need to focus on these whole numbers. I think the whole numbers are the key to reversals. Along with the RSI, I think they all do some really cool stuff. Now, had I stayed in this, it never really came back. And if you go to the 5-minute chart here, you can see it just threw this really nice shooting star, and then boom. But I get too nervous at the open, so we'll just see what happens and see if I can learn to curtail that, and I need to find a reason to exit. I guess the reason to exit would be the break of the whole number, or maybe this RSI dips back down, or it violates this, or something of that nature. So I'll keep working on it. Right now the RSI strategy is to enter and to sell at VWAP, and that's what I keep doing. So I guess I would do that on a day the market's selling off, probably. On the day the market's not selling off, I could get in and ride the momentum. Anyways, so that was my first trade. Second trade, honestly, I have no freaking clue what my second trade was. I know I switched over at that point. It was VRNS. VRNS was really moving. Yeah, no, it wasn't my second trade, but it was a trade. VRNS I saw right here on the 5-minute chart. So it wasn't my second trade. It started to throw this ABCD pattern. And if you look at the 30-minute chart, you see that it came down, held a level, held a level, held a level in pre-market, and then came up and looked like it was opening up. I went in 250 shares. I didn't want to do too much because it was below the VWAP. But I did see it tap this level, tap this level, tap this level. And being that was right at 49.90, I felt that, you know, if it was going to break down here, I'd go ahead and hop out. But I felt that if it broke the 50 level, that'd be something. And as you can see, it did. It gave me 72 cents. I mean, so, wow. Yeah, that's another winner. My next trade, I believe, was Guild or something of that nature, so we'll take it there. Definitely not my next trade, but it was a trade. So I went ahead and went short. I went to exit, and I added more by accident. And so when I did that, was like, crap. So it did sell off and it started to come back up. So I went ahead and hopped out for a very small profit. You know, when it failed to break any higher, I think, what was that? I was holding this 50. I think when it failed to break over 50 and on volume, I went ahead and stayed in and rode it back down to 64.42. And, you know, 64.52, 64.42, the way the stock was moving kind of easily went against me. But what I should have saw was potentially this double bottom here. So here it is. I got out and it shot back up. And then once it failed the VWAP, I went ahead, got back in, and rode it back down. I kind of thought I should wait for a minute and take this back down, but I didn't do it for whatever reason. You know, I think on this trade, I'm very proud of how I traded it because I didn't let it turn against me. Cost me some commission. That was okay. Hertz. Let's look at Hertz here. Hertz, I heard in the chat room. I traded a lot of stocks today, but I'm finding that works for me. Hertz came down, pulled a level. I went ahead and went long. And I sold for a loss? Oh, for $13, yeah. Okay, so what happened was it came up and I thought it was going to keep going to VWAP because it was right here at a level. I saw it pull down there. And what was I looking at the 1 minute chart? Let me look at the 1 minute chart. Okay, so Hertz came down. It hit this level right here, and then I saw it break this 9 and close above the 9. I went ahead on the way up, went long. It popped to a moving average. What was that? 4 cents, and I sold it. So I have no idea why I did that, except it was at a level, and I think maybe it wasn't moving fast enough for me, or the volume died on it or something. I think that's what happened. I just didn't want to be in it. My next trade was MITT. Oh, that was one I took right away. So I kind of thought MITT would just sell off. Had a share offering of 17.05. So my thought was, you know, hey man, why would anybody buy it above 17.05? Because that's what they're offering the shares at. So, but a lot of people did. So I probably held on to it longer than I should have. Yeah, I should have got out right here. Or even right here. What should have happened is what I was looking at is these tails here. Tail, tail, tail. And then this tail right here. And I was thinking, you know what, that's a pretty significant tail. And at the time this candle was right down here, and I kind of thought, well, it'd just sell down to that 17.05. It didn't. I got out and I lost my shorts on it. I lost $76 on that trade. So, you know, probably could have had a tighter stop here. But even still, I don't fault myself for it. Normally I would have held. And so I'm glad I didn't. As you can see, it eventually came back down. But can you imagine holding this dumb thing all day long? No way. We did Roku Toll Brothers. Me and Toll Brothers. Every time I take a Toll Brothers trade, I should just... It's a guaranteed loss. It's a guaranteed loss. I know it, but I do it anyhow. This is a perfect example of revenge trading. See if I can find my trade here. Where am I? Oh, here we are. Okay, so I took Toll Brothers short right here for a small win. And then I thought, oh, you know, it lost the 9 moving average on the 1 minute chart. It's going to go down. Well, it didn't. It went back up. And I kind of held it a little bit longer than I should have. So now if I'd been looking at this, I would have realized that this is turning into an ABCD or something like that. Now, eventually it did go down to VWAP, which was what I was hoping for, but no good. So the reason I was kind of looking at this is I kind of saw where is that thing? I thought it was going to double top, and it didn't double top. So that's kind of what I was looking at. And then I saw this. Oh, this gets me in trouble in this next trade. Where is this thing? UAA. I broke a rule. I bet against a strong stock, and I paid the price. So I went short. Okay, so this comes up. It comes to 22.27. First of all, it's at 22.27. And I was looking on a weekly chart. Really, 22.50 is where you want to take the short if you're going to take a short. But I couldn't. I got impatient. I see it come down, indecision, getting near level. And if you're looking on the 1 minute chart at the time, it looks like it's going to break, right, and sell down. It never does that. And so my moronic butt just stays in it. Went short, then I went long and sold, then I went short and sold, and then I went ahead and went short again and just held it. It was really stupid of me. 22.20, yeah, bought ridiculous amounts of shares. And then I just got discouraged after that, and I went ahead and I bought ACB. I don't know if subconsciously I'm learning how to trade these things, but back to UAA. Thing about UAA, this is my worst strategy. This one. This top end reverse never works for me. And especially after 11 o'clock. It does not work. Of course, had I probably just stayed in it, it would have, look at that, 42. I don't even think about it. 42, clear down to 92 or 88. That's where I wanted to go in the first place. But the top end strategy is not working for me. I need to walk away from that strategy. It's where I lose my most money. It doesn't work. Period. And I stayed in it because of this right here. I kept thinking, wow, this has got to make a difference. Got to make a difference. Because this is a momentum indicator. But you know what? Really, the momentum needs to come when these things really start to go. But who knows? I think I need to wait until it gets to a technical level, like this is a weekly level. This up here at 22.55 was a technical weekly level. So I think maybe when it starts losing momentum, maybe the key is to wait till it goes to its next technical level. I mean, this thing just would not break 22, and that should have been a sign for me not to touch it. As you can see, it barely broke 22, and then it just held 22 all day. So there you go. And then ACB, $7 stock. Done thing was up to, I think I took it short somewhere. Where the hell did I take it short? Okay, so I see it sells off. One top, two top, and then that top didn't beat that top. One top, two top, three top. I kind of thought, well, these candles are small. The volume is dying. It's already had a moving average cross. It's losing momentum. Yeah, I mean, it just made sense for me. And then I'm looking at a 30-minute chart. It's bouncing off. It's bouncing off the moving averages, things like that. So I took a short, and I walked away, and I wound up getting 23 cents roughly. So that kind of saved my day. So that's it. I know one thing I will not be doing anymore because UAA and ACB, those are all trades that, and even Toll Brothers. So if you take UAA, Toll Brothers, and ACB out of the equation, that leaves me with just 3 trades, and those trades all happened after 11 o'clock. So that's a key thing. If you take those out here, I gotta wait for a calculator. Maybe some Century will pull up. Here, I'll just pull it up over here. Let's see if I can. Okay, now we're fine. Okay, so calculator. I'll tell you how much I would have been up. Had I just walked away, I even said to myself, I should just walk away, but I wanted to keep trading. So for me, I just know from now on that after 11 o'clock, I mean, as hard as that is, I just cannot defeat the market after 11 o'clock. So 52.28 plus 15.66 plus 18.27, 18.27 plus 206.61, 206.61, enter, 290.82, and I think probably, honestly, I might have taken a positive trade on UAA. I think it was 340. And then you subtract the MIT 214. Yeah, I had about $200 of real money. So, you know, these top end reversals and all those sorts of things, I think I'm just going to walk away from. So you take away this, you take away this, and you forget about this. Yeah, I wouldn't have paid so much in commissions. Yeah, it would have been a whole different thing. And I knew I should have walked away. So that's my recap. I think I'm just going to do that from now on. It's all going to be good. All right.